Good evening. I know the frequency's not in use. Been listening for quite a while. This is K4PEW net control for the launch we had Simplex Net. Um, Emergency traffic, if there was any, you'd already be on board, so I'm forgetting about that. Move on to, let's see, what else do I need to move on to? That may be broken anytime if you have an emergency or you need help or something that's of urgent nature. For information on that, you can go to YouTube right now, go into the search block and put in my call, K4PEW, and that'll bring up my channel. You'll also see a premiere in there somewhere. I never have done it, so I keep hearing that. That's what they say they do. But nobody seems to have any problem getting to it. You can also go to 146.415.net, an explanation in there on Simplex, 146.415.net. It's hard to forget it. It's .net. 146.415.net, or you can go to groups.io, put in groups.io, and then in the search block, put in MJSS, Mount Juliet Simplex Society. You can sign up for our email system. You can get in there and ask technical questions. You don't have to do anything, but you don't have to do any of that. Our net schedule is right on the front page of that, so you don't have to sign up, but you can get information, and it's a great way to tie people together throughout the middle Tennessee. We also have a few people from out of state. But just because it's a great place, but if people are interested in Simplex, they want to see what we're doing. So there's, I don't know, just a few. We also have about 200, I haven't looked recently, 203 people maybe on there who so there's a great opportunity for technical expertise in a place to buy and sell things if you want to. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, you can also send me an email, k4pew@arrl.net. We do the net every Wednesday and Saturday night on 146.415. That's where we start. And also on Sunday nights, Michael KM4YRF does a 10-meter net, 10-meter FM, 10-meter AM, and a 223.415.net on this 220 band. That's at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday nights. But tonight we're doing the 2 meters. We're doing the 10 meters upper sideband on 28.415, and then we're going over to 223.415. Of course, this is net number 925, starting from the west, but we'll be taking, before we get to that, but we'll be taking check-ins from the west first, but before that, we're going to take in people who are short on time or mobile or first-time check-ins. Does anybody have any other announcements? The big fair is coming up. There's going to be multiple. Go to w4eao.org. w4eao.org. They're going to have the W4EAO, the emergency operations people, partly people from Wilson County Amateur Radio Club. They're going to be there for the duration of the fair. I don't know if they're going to be there all the time, but they're going to have a net every night on each of their 14 repeaters. So I think there's 7. I'm not sure if there's 7, but I have to look again. It's right on the front page. It also gives the net schedule for all of those nets. So jump in there and say hi, and give the people who are citizens, I'll call them citizens, the ones who aren't hams. If they're at the booth, they'll hear people calling in, and hopefully they'll run out and get their license. Anyway, just any other announcements? Okay, that's a rousing no. Okay, let's go right ahead then. We're going to jump right into coming from people short on time, mobile, or first-time check-in. Please come now.
Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec, mobile.
Hey, hold on there. Well, let me take Brent first. You're not mobile, are you, Tony?
No.
Okay, let me take Brent first. How you doing, Brent?
How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing. How are you doing?
I just got done walking through the fair, getting ready for tomorrow night. Starts a week and a half of fun and games.
Week and a half of being on. Let's hope all the repeaters work.
Repeaters working great.
No, I mean they're gonna run through all of them.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna have a net every night.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I just gave the announcement for that, so it'll be kind of interesting what you guys are doing over there.
Yeah, it should be fun. Well, listen, I'm trying to get out traffic, so I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Very good. You have a good night. That was Brent. He's mobile. That's gosh, I keep forgetting your prefix on there. What's the prefix again?
Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec.
Very good. It's the Kilo Echo. I don't know why I forget that. Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec. That's Brent. He's mobile, going out to work on the fair. Tony, I hear you in there.
Yep.
Everything going all right?
I'm in a meeting with my astronomy club. Tonight we're talking about high altitude ballooning, and they're working with ham radio. And I sent you a link where you can actually track the launches they do twice a day out at the Weather Bureau and read the data that's coming off the balloon. It's really kind of interesting.
They're using APRS? I didn't look at the link yet.
I'm sorry, say again?
Are they using APRS?
They're using geo tracking. I don't think it's APRS.
Okay, very good. I also saw something else that was interesting. I'm surprised I'm pretty sure you know about it. There's a certain alignment of Saturn in the Earth in some way that's special coming up.
It's just in opposition.
Well, everybody's in opposition to me.
But yeah, it happens, yeah.
No, I think it's closest to Earth in like 700 years or whatever it said in the note I saw.
Yeah, that's in opposition. Yeah, okay. That's another way of putting it. But anyway, I emailed you the link to the so you could take a look at the balloons coming out of Nashville and everywhere else, because there's 92 of them launched every day from around just the United States from the Weather Bureau alone.
Oh, I knew the Weather Bureau was doing. I just didn't know if we could read that data or see that data.
Yeah, and I can tell you for a fact it was minus 42 degrees centigrade at the 100 and something thousand feet there before the and the icon on the balloon changes from balloon to parachute when it pops and starts its way back down.
Oh wow! So they actually do have little chutes on those transmitters, huh?
Yep, they try to recover.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to find them.
Well, they pretty well know where they go.
Yeah, I guess they do. Well, if they're giving a transmission signal, I guess they have a semi-good idea.
Well, I said they don't do APRS, but right now, the guy is actually talking about ham radio APRS on he launches on his balloons. He also launches pie in the skies, LORA, low raw P-beam, and then various and sundry other things.
Oh, cool. I don't know what all that means, but it sounds good.
Yeah, well.
All right, very good. I hope your meeting goes well.
I do too. Anyway, KF4K.
Very good. That was Tony. He's in an astronomy meeting. He's in an astronomy club down there in the Smyrna area somewhere. And this call is KF4KFQ. Who else is short on time or mobile? Hey, very good. You still on your backup antenna?
Yeah, roger that. The conditions are a little better tonight. You're coming through real good, so I figured I'd do short time in case it changed. But yeah, hopefully I'll have my other antenna up this Saturday. That's the plan.
Yeah, very good. No, I think the conditions are a little better because I put my backup antenna, a little higher and a little better, so I'm getting some good reports.
Well, same here. Hey, you got a good report from me too, because I was almost going to ask you if you're back on your regular antenna. So yeah, it's working for you.
Well, very good. Anything else good for the net there, Ricky?
No, that's it for me, K4BWA. I just wanted to get in there and get checked in.
Yeah, very good. I knew it was working good when I actually worked Steve up in Bowling Green Tuesday night.
Yeah, roger that. I missed Tuesday night. I tried to catch him, but wasn't able to get to him this week. Tuesday night I was busy. But yeah, just everybody listening to me tonight, as far as can hear me, 73s to you. This is K4BWA. I'll listen in as long as I can.
Very good. That was Ricky. He's in where the heck are you, Ricky? I forget. Oh, dang. Just give me the name. Portland, that's where he is. I always want to say something else. He's in Portland. He does a Simplex Net tomorrow night, 147.555. And that's at 7 p.m., 147.555. But he won't have his new antenna up until Saturday. So if you're a little bit of away from him, you may not be able to hear him. Anyway, Ricky, Kilo 4, Bravo, Whiskey, Alpha. Who else is short on time or mobile? And we're going to the west. Please come now.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm sorry, Doug. How you doing?
I'm doing well tonight, Paul. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing Pretty good. You know, as long as I eat regular and I get enough sleep, I'm doing fine. I'm getting old, man.
Yeah, I hear you about that getting old. I told somebody I was doing pretty good one time. My mom overheard it. She said, "You're a liar. You're not even one of those."
Yes. Yeah. No, it's funny how it's a relative thing when you age. It's like I heard somebody say when when people walk up to you and say, and you're getting into your 70s or 80s, and they go, "Man, you look good." What they mean is you look good for your age.
Yeah. I look at them and say, "You don't have to lie. I do have a mirror. I know what I look like." But anyway, just wanted to check in. I don't have a lot of time tonight. I want to check in and say hello to everybody and enjoying this wonderful weather. I wish I could vacuum seal it and save it for wintertime.
Oh, today was just great, wasn't it? Anyway, that's Doug. He's in Greenbrier. It's Kilo Oscar 4 Mike, Kilo Delta. Great signal, by the way. Who else is West?
GG4ILV, Jack and Donald.
Hey, Jack. Yeah, condition was a nice day. Your garden was nice to work today, I bet.
It sure was. I was out there in it too.
No, it was just so nice. Just a pleasant reprieve. My wife goes, "I hope it stays that way." And I went, "You're kidding, right?"
It's supposed to be that way for the next few days.
Well, that's not staying that way. That's just staying that way for a few days. It was 62 or something this morning.
Hey, I'll take that in August anytime.
Oh, no, it really feels like a relief. It really does, because it was nice. Anyway, anything else for the net there? Yeah, I think your name. Anything else for the net, Jack?
Who could forget what's his name? No, that's all. Just wanted to check in. 73 to everybody. KG4ILV.
Yeah, very good, Jack. KG4ILV, Jack and Donaldson. How could I forget? Get a little brain freeze once in a while. Who else is West? Nobody else West. Please come now, West or South. Or we're going to have a real snooze net tonight. Nothing West or South. I think some people drag their feet and checking in until later. So we shall see. Who else? And nothing West, South. How about East?
KI4SIBKI4SOR. Good evening, Paul.
Hey, well, hold on one second there, Richard. Was there somebody else trying to get in?
Yeah, it was Larry.
Larry. Which Larry?
That does the D-Star net.
Oh, was it? Okay, hold on, Larry. Now let me get Larry first there, Richard. Larry, can you copy me? Wow, that's rough, man. I can tell you're talking, but I can't hear you, but I'll check you in anyway. That was Larry down there in Rockville. I assume he's in Rockville, but very poor, bad conditions or something. The antenna fell down or on an HT. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, that was KE4SYV in Rockville. Appreciate you trying to check in, Larry, but you have to tell me what the scoop is. Or can anybody hear him better than me?
I have no problem. Yeah, I hear him too.
Okay, get over. I can't. That's funny. I put up that antenna up higher than it was before, and the antenna, my older one, I can't hear him at all.
He said he hears you. You were just weak.
Well, I know that. Is there anybody? All right, very good. Let me go back to Richard. And by the way, that was Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo Force Sierra Yankee Victor. And I can't believe I can't hear him. That's funny. I can hear him with the other antenna. That's weird. Anyway, Richard, what's up?
Well, you sound better tonight than I've heard you in weeks. So I guess put your antenna a little higher off the ground help to flush on my account anyway. But as far as the fair concerned, the only issue told everybody the correct information. The website is up and running. A full schedule of the events coming up in the fair is on there. We're going to bounce from one repeater to the other at 8 o'clock every night and just see what happens. We've got 5 UHF repeaters in the works or in the mill or up and running, I should say. And we'll, of course, have the club repeater net on that Thursday night and our regular scheduled nets 8 at 8:15 on Tuesday night. So we're going to be doing the same deal from the same, just from a different location. And we're going to give that, we put up a completely different HF antenna system up there than what we've had in the past. And another radio in the trailer. We already had the radio. We just swapped them out. But we're looking for some good stuff going on up there this year, and we've grounded the system second to none. I mean, you couldn't get another ground wire on that thing if you tried, I don't think. But anyway, we're going to try and give everything in the system county-wide a complete workout through the 10-day period and see where it all lands.
Cool. So you're going to have a cavalcade of repeaters.
Absolutely. We've got 5 UHF repeaters up and running. One of them is on Franklin Road. That's going to be the hub repeater, as the MTers calls it. We've got one southwest that's on North Green Hill Road. We've got one northwest at Camp Boxford off of 109. We've got one on Taylorsville Road, which has been the existing repeater for years, and it's up and running better now. And last but not least, out on Jennings Knob on top of the fire tower out there, we've got the one going in the southeastern direction. So we're covering the entire county, and at some point, we hope we're playing with the idea of linking all of them together. So we'll see how that pans out when. But yeah, we're going to give those machines a complete workout this week. It'll be coming in the next 10 days, and see where it all winds up, and we're looking forward to it. I hope everybody can jump on board and get on there and help us give it a workout if they will.
You're going to have to be like the Williams, compete with the Williamson County repeater system and have a D-Star, DMR, and Yaesu Fusion, and then jump on again to do one up and do P25.
Well, we may get into that eventually, but we're just trying to get our feet wet for the 5 UHF machines right now and see where that lands. Appreciate the letting me put that on the air, and well, like I said, we're looking forward to it. 7-3 to everybody, and I'll let you when I can. KI for us, I'll be shutting up out of the way.
Very good. That was Richard. He just gave a rundown on the repeaters. They've got 5 repeaters, and they're going to do a round robin over there from the fairgrounds every night, talking on those repeaters, just trying to gain some attention to the fact that there's a nice network of emergency repeaters that the county W4EAO put up as a part of the Emergency Operations Center for Wilson County, which is nice. Which is nice that there's that many things out there. It doesn't mean that Simplex is dead. It just means you have a nice system for easy communications, and the odds of them all going down are pretty slim, but you never know. Anyway, that was Richard, KI4SIB, and KI4SOR, his wife. That's Stephanie, and they're both a little bit west of downtown Lebanon. Who else is west or south?
One more comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
We're going to do ANET on a repeater each night. So we're not going, I mean, we'll be monitoring all of them probably at the same time through the 10-day period, but we're primarily going to do one per night at 8 o'clock every night. There's going to be a repeater up and running somewhere with a net on it. So, yeah. Thank you, and we'll holler at you when we can. KI4SIB.
Okay, I'm going to let everybody know, check in on the wrong repeater just to confuse you guys over there.
That'll work. Thank you. Talk to you later. KI4SIB, back to net.
All right, very good. That was Richard again. But anyway, it's one net per night and one net, one repeater each night. But they will be monitoring, he said, the other repeaters. So like he said, that could get confusing. I hope they got 5 radios. Who else is south or west? Wait a minute, who is the Kilo Bravo station? Hold on a minute, David. Ah, very good. Echo Charlie Victor. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, you're a little rougher to me tonight than normal. I don't know if it's conditions. I put my antenna up a little higher, and it's a new old antenna. It works pretty well, but I'm not hearing you real well tonight. I didn't catch it. Somebody else catch that?
He said he was just saying howdy.
Oh, okay, well, very good. Appreciate you checking in, Larry. Larry's over in Lisle, so it's a tough row to hoe anyway over there from I forget how far it is, 40 or 50 miles. So even making it from there is a good deal. Anyway, that was Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor, and that's Larry over in Lyles, Tennessee. Who else is? Man, I can't wait to get my new antenna. Who else is west or south?
Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango Delta November.
Oh, very good. Hold on one second. Hold on, where Chris? I did hear David in there. David, how are you doing?
Oh, good evening, Mr. Ball. I'm doing very well, sir. And you are sounding loud and clear here at this station. And I appreciate what you're doing. And I was hearing Larry very well. I'm surprised you couldn't hear him at all. But anyway, your signal is coming in here loud and clear. Over.
Yeah, that was the first time I think I couldn't hear Larry well at all. I mean, that amazes me really, because like I said, this antenna is my old one. It's very much like an X510 or or a Tram 17 footers. In fact, it's made by OPEC, but I think it's all made by the same outfit. And it's 17 feet tall. It works great. And some good reports all around. But now I can't hear Larry.
I understand. You move an antenna, get it working perfectly, and move it over 20 feet in the same height and everything, and it's different the way it receives and transmits. Over.
It's funny because I did move it about 20 feet.
All right, sir. Good evening, everybody over there. 73 KI4NDN.
Very good. That was David in Reedyville, Kilo India 4 November Delta November. Chris, I heard you in there.
Yes, sir. I'm mobile.
Yeah, very good. You doing any of those repeaters during the fair times?
I don't think I'm running any of them, but I'll probably try and get into them when they're running the nets. I don't know. We'll see. They might put me on one.
They ought to make every check-in required on all of the repeaters as HTs only.
Yeah, from the fair. You have to do it from the fair.
No, I'm just saying that because if there was a massive power outage due to some crazy problem, who knows what, a hurricane or people would be operating off their batteries. And I'm just wondering, it would be neat to have just check-ins for an emergency system on HTs.
Yeah, that could be something we could probably think about doing down the road, right? But for first go round, let's just see if we can get into them, right? And then I know lots of guys. I'm not telling you anything new, that when they're running emergency ops or something, they have the capability to run off battery as well.
Oh yeah, as do I. In fact, it's operating off battery, and I've got another spare battery just sitting there on a charger all the time. So yeah, I've got some capabilities out there. But again, that's one of the keys, though, is it? Hopefully, people can operate on HTs or all on 5 watts, because 5 watts is a great way to find out if your antenna, like we say, haven't done it in a while. We'll have to do that again, 5 watt night. But it's a great way to understand how well your antenna is working. Even if you can reach reach the repeaters on low power.
Oh yeah, roger that. But speaking of antennas, your stand-in sounds pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's about, I forget how old it is. It's probably about 15 years old. No, not that old. It's about 10 or 12 years old.
It's older than my daughter.
Yeah, but I'm sure your daughter's better looking. This one looks raggedy.
All right, well, hey, I'm almost where I need to go. I got to hop off. So thanks for running the net 73, everybody.
Very good. That's Chris. He's in Rural Hill, south of me, about 5 miles. Is there another station in there? Heard some noise in there. That's why I asked. Anybody else south or east?
KM4 YRS. I'm about as east as I can get.
Yeah, well, just east. It's just like east. It's about 5 degrees off of east. How's that?
That'll work for me.
Yeah, very good. Everything going okay?
Yeah, I'm a little off anyway.
Oh, you give yourself way too much credit.
Well, your stand-in antenna is doing pretty good over here.
Oh yeah, I was jacked because I was talking to I forget who it was I was talking to. Oh, I was talking to Ray this morning, and the signal was good. The best I've heard him since I had my other antenna up there, up in Cotton Town, and I was talking to somebody else. I forget who it was. But anyway, it was nice. Oh, I know. I got on board with just a test after I put it up 2 nights ago, and Don Aqua comes up loud as all get out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what's so funny. He goes, man, I couldn't help but get on the air with you. You're blowing out my speakers here where he lives. He says, I got to check into the net. I said, yes, you do.
Well, that's a little bit of a haul.
Oh yeah, no, from Banaco, because remember he wasn't even checking in just because he couldn't hear crap.
Yeah, I know. Is it just because of you changed the antennas, or has he done something different?
No, he didn't. I asked him. I said, "Are you sure you didn't do anything?" Because I said this seems unusual. Because he was just like I'm talking to you.
Wow, that is great. Hey, you know somebody we hadn't heard from in a little bit? That's Glenn.
Yeah, I saw him at the 11 Ham Fest. He's a pretty busy guy. I guess that's the reason. Either that or he hates us.
Well, let's just say that he's busy.
No, I haven't. I didn't get a chance to talk to him too much, but no, he's a busy guy. He's got a lot going on in his life besides work and church and stuff.
Well, I reckon I have nothing left for the net, so I'll say back to net control. Thank you for what you do, Paul. KM4 YRF.
Rick's not able to check in after going to Boston. He's too good for us.
Yeah, he has two condenser mics. Both of them, the PTTs are sticking, and I'm gonna pick them up on Friday when I'm off and see what I can do.
Man, you make him sound like he's got nothing.
Well, he's had a problem. I'm about 90% sure that his problem is the loose connection at the antenna, and we're going to have to drop that antenna down and find out.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, well, yeah, it's a two-man job too, from what I remember.
Oh yeah, that stinking push-up pole, it probably weighs 75 pounds, and trying to getting it down is not a problem because you can let it down easy. But man, trying to push that thing up and somebody hold it and somebody tighten it up is a job.
I've been there and done that. like an idiot. So I'm doing it by myself. It's not always. I think you're going to die, you know.
Well, my 10-meter antenna would be up a lot higher than it is now if I had the strength. And I'm having a problem getting my son out there to do it because whenever I need him available, he's not.
Well, somebody could make up a series of a single person putting up just those SPT 500s on a mast, and you just have a funny set of video.
Well, you're right about that. And I'm gonna tell you what, man, that thing is not just that on a 10-foot mast is not that easy to handle. I don't know how I got that thing up over on Rugby by myself, but I did.
Well, it's an ordinary man wouldn't be able to do it, Michael.
That's exactly right. Let's go with that.
I like it. All right, very good. Nothing else?
Nothing else, Paul. Thank you.
Very good. That was Michael Kilo, Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Don't forget to check in Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. for his 10-meter upper sideband, 10-meter FM, and 223, 415, 220. All on Sunday night starting at 7:30. Who else is south or east?
Yapa 5, Romeo India Papa, Michael and Lebanon.
Hey, Michael, how are you doing tonight?
Doing all right. You sound much better than you did a couple of weeks ago. I have to say, like, I agree with everybody else.
Oh yeah, no, it is good. In fact, you're a little less to me tonight than normal. Normally, you're stronger to me from my memory, and I'm pretty sure my memory's good on you. Normally, if you're strong, but tonight not so good.
Huh. I don't think anything's changed, but it could be. Looks like it's about the same as it was last week on your needle.
Oh, I don't remember. I should make notes. Maybe I should make notes about those things, but I don't. It's not. We're not trying to be hyper technical here, keeping rigid notes and notations. But no, you're very readable. Don't get me wrong. I just remembered it being stronger. But I'm going to make a note tonight. You were like S7 to me tonight, so you were real good on signal.
Well, cool. I'm glad. Like I said, that's one of the things I go by is how I'm doing with you, because my radio is still back at the manufacturer being worked on, so I want to balance it out with this Anytone that I got.
Yeah, yours. They said that Yaesu says if you send them a letter, send them an email, and with your service order number, they'll reply within 24 or 48 hours. You've seen that?
I haven't seen that, but I'm probably going to send them an email tomorrow because tomorrow will be 3 weeks.
If you send it at an email address they have on their Yaesu website, it says responds within 24 hours. Well, I sent them a note what's today? Wednesday. About I think it was 4 or 5 days ago, but it might not. It might have been on Monday morning, and I haven't heard from them, so they're a little slow. But anyway, my machine's over there as well.
Coming.
Hey, go ahead, Michael.
It's even with
I think yours got there first.
Well, like I say, it'll be 3 weeks tomorrow, and they told me when I called over there that it would be about 14 to 21 business days before they would even get to it.
Oh, cool. Well, that's good enough. That's not so bad. I mean, really, I've had that experience before, so it's not surprising. I don't want it to go out 3 months.
Yes, that's true. Because that's what I've heard before. Some people say with some of the radios being sent in 3 to 6 months.
I think that was happening during the pandemic, probably because they were sanitizing the things before they worked on them.
That's true. I mean, I can understand that. And I was hoping by now that I actually waited a few weeks before I sent it in just to see if the backlog would keep coming down after the pandemic.
I think it has. I'm pretty sure it has, but I don't really know. I have more than a couple of backup radios, so I'm not real concerned about it. Anything else for the net?
No, sir. I hope you have a good evening, and we'll talk to you again soon. 73 see you. Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa.
Very good. That was Michael, Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa. He's in 11. Who else is? Michael, were you checking in something?
Yeah, he's like 50 over to me.
That's weird, isn't it?
It is. There's strange things happen.
So I said, normally he's really strong to me. I mean, my memory's not that bad that I wouldn't remember. Just like he was talking to you, like I'm talking to you, it's the way he sounded last time. It must be that it's so funny how it changes in location and just everything messed it up.
I figure I'm probably at least S9.
Do it again.
I said I figure I'm probably at least S9.
No, I think the needle did a 360.
I'm watching on the YouTube feed.
Yeah, it went around twice. No, it's yeah, it's hard not to have a good signal. Even with an HT from your location would be close to that. Very good. And again, that was Whiskey Alpha 5, Romeo India Papa, prior to Michael, K. Yeah, I'll get it right in a second. Prior to Michael, KM4YRF, and that's Michael. Both Michaels were in there tonight. Michael in Lebanon and Michael in here in Montreal. Who else is East? Oh, Earl, you doing well?
Yeah, pretty well. Got my bush mower, bush hog, lawn mower. Anyway, beat two submissions today. Got it put up. Anyway, even time out there, everyone. And, hope y'all look forward to a little bit of a dry spell.
Yeah, dry and cool. I'm happy about the cool, quite honestly. It feels good.
Yeah, well, it's going to get up there again, but at least it's going to stay in them there double digits. It's going to get them triple digits, I don't guess. So far, what the weather masters broadcasted.
Yeah, well, I haven't looked at the weather, but yeah, I hope it stays cool for a few days. It'd be a nice reprieve.
Yeah, I still got some more mowing and weed and chainsaw and well, I ain't going to worry about the chainsaw right yet. I still, but anyway, I didn't quite get everything done. It's been, about every time I get ready to go and do it the last week and a half, it's kind of like, man, well, there goes Mother Nature took over and changed my mind for me. So it's kind of green, thick, and tall.
Yeah, I was out when it was hot, and I was working out in the yard. I was sorry I did it because I had a bunch of shrubs to trim, and it was really difficult because I have to use a ladder to trim the shrubs, and it was kind of difficult. And I kind of avoid doing it when it gets hot, but I did it, and then the next day it's cool.
Yeah, there you go. I still got a buggy behind my mower I hooked back up to. I need to jump it off of my brush pile over here where I was taking care of that last week. But anyway, summertime is almost gone. We'll catch you later, Paul. Everyone out there. Anyway, 7-3, KD4 DEV, Earl and Norrie.
Yep, very good. That's Earl and Norway, as you said. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is East? Hey, Wes. How you sound? Do I sound any better than last time?
Oh, I'm mobile. I'm in Lebanon, but I was pulling out of the driveway earlier. Worse than normal.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, like I said, I'm still waiting on the antenna. Obviously, it's only hopefully 6 or 7 weeks away. Hopefully.
Yeah. There are a couple dead spots.
Very good. That was Wes. He's mobile in Lebanon area. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who else is East?
KG4 CXC, Chris in Royal Hill.
Hey, Chris. Anything going well for you?
Yep, actually, just doing a little bit of work. I was being prodded to cut on the net, stop working. So I'm making sure to check in.
Oh, very good. I sent out a note to everybody. I said, listen, my antenna should be working better, so check in if you haven't been able to recently. But that doesn't, most people are able to check in either way, you know, even when I got a crap antenna.
Yeah, I did see that. It was another good reminder, honestly. I appreciate it.
Well, I hate to over reminder people, but you know, I send out reminders for every net, sometimes twice.
Yeah, see, I got a reminder on my phone, and sometimes I don't miss it. I'll tell them myself.
Oh yeah, I have a reminder that it reminds me, because I'm the one who does the nets, but it reminds me 10 minutes before every net that I do. In fact, there's a reminder, it comes up at 30 minutes before and at 10 minutes before to make sure I'm ready.
Yeah.
So it's not like being retired, it's not like my agenda is exactly full, you know, it's not like I'm running a business here. But I've got so many irons in the fire here between the house and the dogs. Yeah, you know, I got 6 dogs now. I don't know if I told you that.
No.
Yeah, we picked up a Maltese, but that's the one I drove up to Virginia to pick up. It was one of it's my wife's niece's dog. They were moving and had to get rid of the dog, and so I went. And I drove 20 hours to pick up a dog. Now that's dedication, buddy.
That is dedication.
And money. You figure I dropped $350 just to pick up the dog.
Well, was it fun?
I don't know, driving 10 hours straight each way and staying in a cheap hotel and it's not fun. I mean, I've done it and I've done worse things, but it's not fun when you're in your mid-70s.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I would trade this cat, but you know, I think my girlfriend likes it too much. But
No, we got 2 cats too, you know.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I honestly thought there would be maybe a couple more cats to balance out the dogs, but
No, what's funny is we've had this other cat for a few, I don't know how long, maybe 2 months. The other one still hates its guts.
he said, "What? Oh, they hate each other."
Well, the one that's been here, this is invasion, man. You can't be here. This is my house.
Yeah, they don't know how to make friends, I guess.
Well, I think they're gonna have to get over it at some point. You know, it's just funny. I don't care. I tell my wife, I don't care. They can scream and screech at themselves all they want, but they're still gonna. Eventually, they'll get used to each other, or just, you know, like ships passing in the night, they'll just give evil looks at each other as they walk by. You know.
Yeah, it's odd. Cats are different creatures.
Yeah, they're kind of like women.
In some ways, yes. Don't tell my girlfriend that.
My wife might actually be listening. She told me last night that she listened to the whole thing at work on YouTube video.
Oh, nice. So no secrets there.
Anyway, yeah, I was trying to, after she told me that when she got home, and I went, oh man, what did I say?
That's funny.
Yeah. And they have a rule at work that they can't listen to, or they can't have headphones on. You know, they can't have Bluetooth because they said it interferes with the equipment at work, which is nonsense.
That does sound like nonsense.
Nah, there's no way. No way it interferes with. If that were true, we'd have to be afraid of automobiles and airplanes, and, you know, everything.
And rightfully so. No, that's all I've got, Paul. 73 sounded good. Did you get that 700 again?
That's it. I had just put up my old. It's a 17.5 foot. It's similar to the I say similar because I have no idea if it's the same thing, but it's a 17-foot antenna like the X510 or the Comet, whatever that model is. RG, no, whatever that one is. The 9 antenna. They call it something 9R, whatever it is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about from Comet. Yeah, and I don't remember their acronym. GP9. That's probably totally wrong.
But yeah, those are good antennas. I mean, that's what I'm running, and I figure the bigger one's better. But you really, if you got the elevation, it would really shine. I was like, well, it's big enough right now.
Oh, no question about it. Like I said, the only reason I have the expensive one is because I'm so important to be in net control. I have to be able to hear one. I mean, I'm not trying to make anything out of it more than it is, because I'm the one who has to spend the money.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I have it to spend, usually. Anyway, that was Chris in Rural Hill. Rural Hill. It's Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. It's about 5 or 6 miles south of me. Who else is east?
Okay, I'm 483.
Very good, Stan. You ready to leave on Saturday morning?
Roger, Roger. What time?
Now, as early as you want to get here, because I think it opens up at 8. I didn't look at the time, but you know, whatever. We don't have to be there as we like last year. We got there, whatever. But it's I would say 7:30 or so, between 7 and 7:30, somewhere, whatever's good for you.
So sounds good, Paul. See you then.
All right, everything else going okay?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How about you?
Yeah, doing pretty good. It's been a good day. Even mowed half the property today, and because it just looked raggedy after all this sun and rain, and the front yard doesn't grow as fast. I don't know. Maybe it's because the front faces east. I don't know if that's the reason, but the backyard really gets thick quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been really decent weather lately. I mean, not all that hot.
No, not today. Not today. Very nice today. Anything else for the net?
No, that's all, Paul. Back to that.
Very good. Very good. That was Stan. He's in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Yeah, he and I went to the Huntsville last year, and we're going again this year. Save an extra car going down. We're doing our thing for going green. You know what I'm saying? Because Al Gore told me to do that. Who else is east? East or north?
KB9 RKK.
Hey, how you doing, Frank?
Good, good. I can't really tell the difference because you're still super strong.
Yeah, no, you sound great. It's always. But it is funny that I couldn't hear Larry on there in Rockville. I always hear him.
Yeah, you always hear it. That's true.
And you probably heard him okay, didn't you?
I missed him. I got here late to the party.
Okay, very good. So you're going to try to be influential and get WEMA to W4EAO to put up like a D-Star, DMR, and a fusion repeater on their list?
We tried, but I mean, one of, a friend of the group, he does have a DMR repeater up there on the same tower that the club repeater's on.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Who is that?
Mark, I forget the call sign but yeah, there's a DMR repeater there, and he's also put up a GMRS repeater, and then the club repeaters up there, and then the WEMA UHF repeaters up there.
Wow. Yeah, if I knew how to use the DMR, getting into the DMR system, I'd be happy, but I don't know how to do that because I've done it only Simplex.
I mean, I've done it. It's just I prefer the Simplex. I don't know. I guess there's a use to it, but I don't want to talk to the whole world most of the time.
Yeah, I still am a bit. I when I first got into ham radio, somebody tells me about Echolink. This is 18 years ago. So hey, that's cool. You can connect, Bob. Do it on your computer, or you can, or you can go to Echolink through, which I did. I worked through an Echolink repeater to talk to another, through that routine, which was fun. It's cool. I even had an Echolink node at one time. That's cool. But you know what? It's no big deal. You grow tired of it. Or at least I did. Let me put it that way. I grew tired of it very quickly.
Yeah, I guess it's cool if you need to talk to a certain person and you want to do that for fun, because obviously, as long as the phone system is up, I'm going to use that if I have an emergency. But yeah, I mean, the other day, the last time last Wednesday, last Wednesday, we had a week ago, we had our meeting at WEMA, and right after the meeting, we went to go get something to eat over in Lebanon, and Tom, got an emergency call on the repeater. It was a rollover crash with an injury on the 840.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, obviously they're great. And that was on which repeater?
On the 105, and and Tom was there, and then Bill was
was monitoring, and Bill got involved and called 911 and, you know, got him out there. He had rolled 5 times, but it was just a minor head injury, but, you know, they still have to take you in for that.
When I got hit by the bicycle, it was kind of a minor head injury. Only the problem was my head was fine. Well, my brain wasn't, but I lost use of my right leg for a while. So there is no such thing as a minor head injury.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. They got to take you in because they got to check you out because, you know, you can have all kinds of stuff happen after you think you're all right, you know. And I remember that scare that we had with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was it's funny how well I took it because it was just like, oh, really? Well, since I can't do anything about it, what am I going to yell, scream, cry? You know, when I asked the doctor, I said, how long do you think it'll last? He goes, I don't know, day, week, year, maybe forever. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that forever part, but, you know, I'm glad you were able to get back, you know. It's just crazy, you know, that people, you know, in parking lots, I swear they're dangerous.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. No, it's, no, there are obviously nothing wrong with repeaters. I just don't get a kick out of connecting to talk to somebody somewhere else because that's what's funny is if you know somebody who's on Echolink and most of the time I'm at home on the radio unless I was mobile, and then I'd use a repeater to do that. But you know, at home you can just hook up your computer and go to the Echolink system and just use the Echolink app or from your phone and just call them directly on Echolink, just like you'd be calling Skype, you know, except without the video.
Yeah, to me, it's kind of like a party line that you can listen in on, and if you want to say something, you can drop in and say something, and it's it's kind of neat that you can talk to other countries and everything like that. But it's basically going over the internet, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my normal thing because I want to be able to do that when the internet doesn't work.
Yeah, I know that one of the guys who drives a truck, he had the app on his phone for, I think I'm trying to remember how he did it, but he was actually doing the DMR via the phone in some way, I guess with one of those little hotspots with the phone. And it was he was able, you're driving 10 or 12 hours a night, one way, and so it gives them, it gives you something to listen to and or communicate with while you're driving along, and it's guaranteed to be people on some statewide or worldwide net.
Yeah, I know. I just think it's crazy. it's or neat, depending on how you look at it. I mean, you're using, and then if he's using a Bluetooth microphone, so you're going through RF to another RF to another RF to the internet through RF. It's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree. It sounds wacky, but it's just cool that you can do it though. Just like having a remote operating, HF systems. That's cool too. And none of it's bad. It's just that some things are a lot more pain in the neck. I mean, one of the clubs, the Tampa Amateur Radio Club, I'm still on their mailing list. I never belonged to the club, but I was, I participated in some of their stuff. And it seems like every week on their system on Google Groups, I think it's Google Groups, yeah. No, maybe it's on groups.net. It doesn't matter. It's my story. I can make it anywhere I want to. But I get the repeaters down. Just they got a couple of repeaters, and and they had a remote base as well for something else. It's like every week it seems like something's down on one of their systems because there's so many people that use it. The club has like 200 members.
Yeah, and then it starts getting out of control. But yeah, I'm not gonna go to. I'm gonna be in Huntsville area, but I'm not actually gonna go this year. I decided it's just too much money for me to get connectors.
Well, if you need some, let me know it. I'll pick them up. Just give me a little mailing, that's a little list, and I'll pick some up.
Yeah, I was just saying, because we always go there and buy connectors. It's like, really? Just because we want to get something.
No, you go to buy connectors and you come back with a $600 radio.
Well, that's what I did this last Hamfest. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
Well, I don't know if they'll take debit. Now, most people don't take debit cards anyway, but they probably have a cash machine then.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I wish them luck. I don't wish anything bad, and I hope you guys have a good time down there. But I'm going down there for a different reason. I was going to, swing by, but I'm going to be just north of there because my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they now live in an RV all over the place because she's still working, he's retired, and she's able to work from home, so she just has a satellite dish and that she totes around for the internet, and she works from the RVs, and they're going to be in Alabama for a few months, so we're going on there to see them.
Oh, wow. Well, the internet's really made a difference, hasn't it? To be able to communicate and do work no matter where you are.
Yeah, it's kind of neat because they get to go south for the winter and north for the summer, and wherever. Yeah, it's neat. I don't want to live in that RV. I'll tell you, it's nice. It's a big 45-footer or whatever, but still, I kind of like having my house, but the uniqueness of being able to move around and do stuff and not have to commute, that's awesome. And I got to experience a little bit of that during COVID, but in some ways, I'm glad to be back. I just hate paying for the gas.
Yeah, if you have one of those RVs, you also can't walk out in your backyard in your underwear.
No, because it's somebody else's backyard.
Very good. Anything else for that, Frank?
No, I took up enough time already. I'll turn it back over. You came in on RTK.
Very good. That's Frank. I probably don't have to say his call because everybody probably heard it. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo, Kilo, Northwest Juliet. Who else is east or north?
WB0 NOL.
You say you were going to Huntsville there, Mark?
No, I'm not going. Robin tried to talk me into it, and I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah, it's like you get coerced into it. No, my wife said, I said, is you going? I said, well, I really don't. I'm not in the mood to buy anything, and I really shouldn't be because I got everything I need. She goes, oh, you need to go. I'm thinking, why is she making me go to a ham fest?
She's got a date.
I don't know. She just wants to. Well, she went out to lunch with a friend. I don't remember when it was now. Maybe it was Saturday. I don't remember what day it was. Doesn't matter. It was last week. And she spent like 3.5 hours, at the mall shopping with her and lunch. So she says. And I thought, man, I had a reprieve for like 4 hours. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Your signal is of course it's way strong over here where I am, but it seems to be varying by well, I can't tell for sure, but it looks like almost 10 dB of difference. I don't know whether your whip is waving in the breeze or what's going on.
I don't know. That's weird. It isn't. I did not go through the whole thing and try to make sure everything was tight and good because it's been sitting since, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, 6 years.
Well, it sounds great, but I'm seeing it between 20 dB and 30 dB.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. It's really, I did the typical response. My wife, I did it in the late afternoon. She gets up, looks out the back window, and she goes, is that another antenna out there? I go, yeah. Isn't that kind of dangerous? I go, what? She goes, it's like between those two, there's these two trees back there where it's mounted. And it kind of sticks up above the trees, these not big trees, but small trees. And I go, so what's the danger? Well, lightning? I go, no matter where I put it, that's a problem.
Yep. Well, you sound good, so I think you're a little stronger than you were. So anyway, I don't really have anything else for the net, so I'll just sit back and listen.
Very good. That was Mark in Northwest Wilson. Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. Who else is north or anyone? Hey, where are you, Brian?
In the house.
Oh, wow. Well, that's great. On the handy talk, I can hear you. It means I'm doing a great job to Hendersonville. Awesome. Very good. Everything going okay? Oh, yeah. No, that's great. You don't usually make it. I was going to check you in anyway because you called me yesterday. But no, with a handheld, man, that's like you ought to get an award. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if DMR would make the same trip, but we were not going to give it a try tonight. Anything else for the net, Brian? Oh, okay. Very good. Just send over on an email your debit card number, and I'll get something for you.
Yeah, that's I gotta do me this right yet, so I gotta.
Ah, very good. All right, then. That was anything else?
No, that's it.
Very good. That was Brian. He's in Hendersonville on his 5-watt HT from inside the house. He gets best signal for the smallest wattage tonight, boy. I have never talked to him on an HT, although I probably could have before the failure. Anyway, that's KA3 CTP, and he's in Hendersonville. Anybody else, Nora?
JD4 VUW, Carlin and Bethpage.
Hey, Carlin, you sound good.
Hey, you sound good too up there. And you're putting a 40-ish units on me and almost hit the 50.
Cool. Yeah, I'm thrilled, really, because it's now. I didn't expect it to perform that well. I'd forgotten, hadn't used it in several years. So no, I haven't used. I think I used it for a short period of time after the tornado knocked the old one down, and that was what was it? That's 3 years ago. So I used it for a short time, and then got the other one repaired, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's doing great. Sounding full quieting. I'm not hearing nothing but just your voice. So it's just dead quiet otherwise. So anyway, noticed it was going up there and almost hitting the 50, between the 40 and the 60 there. But you're a solid 40, real good. So anyhow, thought I'd check in, say hello to everybody on the net. Hope everybody's having a nice, cool evening. I was just out there a while ago and noticing how cool it was. Kind of different from here a couple of weeks ago. So anyway, I'll be mowing the yard tomorrow, so I'll be warmed back up sufficiently. So anyhow, well, I thought I'd check in, say hello to everybody. And you're sounding great up there. Let you know that you're doing excellent back up this way. And I guess I'll turn it back over to you, see if there's any more check-ins. Katie for VW.
Yeah, very good, Carlin. Yeah, Carlin, just to be fair, you're probably doing most of the heavy lifting, because I haven't, this is, well, it's an older antenna. It's got a better DBI than the other one I was using, the Comet. But half of that good signal because of your end too. Your elevation is king up there. Anyway, that's Carlin. Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey up in. I always get that wrong. I want to say but tell me again.
Actually, it's the Mount Vernon community of Bethpage. And the little spot right down the road here, about a mile and a half, is called Angel Town.
Oh man, don't confuse me further. Angel Town, that's a new one on me. You may have mentioned that before, but I forgot it. Angel Town. And then you had to compete with Possum Town, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know why they named it Angel Town to begin with. So I don't know. Oh, by the way, what am I doing SYs on you down there, just out of curiosity?
You're doing 10 over to me if I was looking at it correctly.
Different meter or something.
That's what I'm saying. The reciprocity you think would be about the same, but it isn't. So I don't really know. Maybe I need to go and rehab that antenna inside, make sure all the connections are there. It's been sitting for 3 years.
Wouldn't think you'd have to do anything like that to it. Just wouldn't hurt just to check, make sure the little set screws on each between each section was nice and snug, and then stuck it up maybe. But I don't know. It seems to be working just excellent up here. I wouldn't fool with it.
All right, very good. That was Carlin. Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Great signal out of Bethpage. I'll have to remember. I don't know why I can't remember that name, Bethpage. Or Angel Town. Angel Town. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
Tell you what, SPD.
Oh, you weren't even going to wait, were you?
No, not gonna wait on that tonight. You talk about the Echo Link. I enjoyed mine while I had it up. I could take the wife up there to the shopping center and sit out in the car and hit the house and talk. Like you said, talk wherever you want to.
Oh yeah, I would have it mobile, and when I was living in Tampa, I had that node, and it was kind of cool in a way. Somebody calls me when I'm in the car, and I hear this guy, and I find out where he's mobile. He's in Australia. I'm mobile. I'm in Tampa, and we're talking. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was. And as for the other digital modes, I sold the 7100, so I no longer have D-Star. I sold the Alinco DMR HT I had, so I no longer have that. So I'm back to just the HF stuff and this.
Yeah, and ammo. Yeah, no, I understand. Really, it's DMR. Even all the digital modes, truthfully, have been. I'm not going to say they're awful because they're not awful. They're just disappointing for Simplex because it seems like I said, 90% of the people are using it with a hotspot or going into using an HT, going into a repeater, to a hub to talk somewhere else on the system, on the internet.
Yeah, even that way, I thought the quality was poor. All right, Paul, let's carry on. K1SPD.
Very good. That was Scott, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. He's devoid of digital radio. That's not such a bad thing. Makes life simple. Keeping it simple, K1SPD, Scott in Laverne. Who else is any place anywhere? Is that it? We're looking for lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers. Who am I looking for? It's sandbaggers, the formal list, okay? Sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, and toadies. Any of those? And we move on to the end-time survivalists, flat earthers, preppers, scanner listeners, SDR donglers, and that's about it, I think.
KO4 SSW Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Whiskey. This is Blair, and I'll be a sandbagger.
Hey, very good, Blair. You're gonna be our only sandbagger tonight. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just running around crazy tonight, but I had a few minutes left here to log in with you real quick and check in.
No, very good. I appreciate you being there. You on the HT?
No, I'm actually on a 50-watt mobile that I've got set up in my office with a diamond antenna just actually sitting in the corner of my office at the moment, but I have checked in on HTs many times.
Yeah, I thought you had. I hear a buzzing in there, so I don't know if that's something in your room or a fluorescent light or something's making a slight buzzing noise. It might even be RF if the antenna's sitting right there in the room.
I just dropped the power down from high to low. How's that?
Oh, it's much better. The buzzing's gone and you even sound a little better.
Yeah, I can hear it through my computer speakers too. I just have to be careful with the buttons of this thing. Sometimes I run it up to 50 watts, and I definitely don't need that.
No, you don't need it to get to me, that's for sure. Where are you about, Blair? I don't remember where you said you were.
Just south of 40, where South Rutland runs into Providence, just right at that intersection.
Oh, yeah, very good. Yeah, you're just, HT is even easy there. That whole area around Providence, unless you're down there in front of Providence, down there on the highway, like where the red light is, where you're sitting down in a hole. That's a little tougher.
I was looking at the Wilson County emergency repeater list, and I can hit all but one of them.
Oh, also on the HT or from your indoor antenna?
I actually think I do better with my HT out on the porch. I'm going to put this antenna up in the attic. I just haven't had an opportunity to do it yet.
Oh, very good. Are you just? I thought you were just visiting, or am I wrong?
Oh no, we've moved here. We moved here back in beginning of May.
Oh, that's right. You did move here. I was thinking temporary, but you're just temporarily have less of a station than you wanted at the moment.
Yeah, we were temporarily over at an apartment over across South Mount Juliet from where we are now, but no, we're permanently in our new house now.
Oh, cool. No, your signal's fine. Once you get that thing up a little higher, it's going to be even better. But no, that's kind of neat though, that when you're able to reach those, because all of those repeaters, I didn't look at the list. Is there one in Watertown? Because that one you think would be tough for you.
No, actually, I can hit that Watertown repeater no problem. I think it's one of the, I can't remember one of them. I think it's one of the Franklin repeaters. I forget which one it is I can't hit. I think it's the HF one I can't hit. I'd have to go back and check.
You're looking at a W4EAO list?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know what Franklin. That can't be one. Is there a Franklin in Wilson County? I'll have to look.
Franklin Road repeater list. It pops up as Franklin for some reason.
Oh, it's Franklin Road. Okay, you're throwing me a curve there because I know that Franklin has a repeater as a part of the Williamson County system. But no, that's very good. I'm glad to hear that. And they'll be glad to hear that too. No, I'm glad that the county did that. That's awesome. Because Frank, since you're listening, remember when you guys had trouble even doing Simplex out of the W4EAO?
Yeah, we had a bone final.
I thought it was kind of cute because that's the only way you know is you got to test.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's probably Boxwell. The North repeater is probably the one that he's not hitting, but the Watertown repeater, the Watertown repeater, which is on Jennings Knob, which is one of the highest points in the county, and the one on Franklin Road, which is the club repeater, have been upgraded to a commercial repeater. So it's working much better than our original Yaesu and the really old one that was out there in Watertown. So those two are doing really good. And then all the UHF repeaters are commercial grade Tates, and they're putting out quite a bit of power. I think 100 watts on all these.
Oh, wow. What are they using for antennas?
Repeater antennas. I don't know. The real repeater antennas.
Oh, yeah, the pricier ones.
Yep, and they all got new coax, so they're doing good. So, but we hope to get one more up in another high spot in the other side of the county, and one more, but we don't know when that's going to happen.
I got it. Well, very good, Frank. Blair, you got anything else for the net?
No, excuse me. Actually, I did just check, and the Boxwell reservation repeater, I can hit that with an HT from my house. Surprising. It's the Franklin Road, the 147, 105. I think that's the one I'm having trouble hitting.
Oh, yeah. I don't know which one's which. I haven't looked at the list, and I didn't get on any of them yet. Well, I've been on the 105 before. Hold on one second, Blair. Frank, did they move the club repeater, the 105?
Yeah, a while back. It's in a better spot. What's odd about that is that one works all the way from Coffee County. No problem in the mobile. So it must be just geographically, because Franklin Road it's just right off of 109. He's closer to it than I am. It's just that he must not like it to that area.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to find it. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to hit all of them, but only because I've got the elevation.
Yeah, Franklin Road is that high ridge that you can see all the towers off to the east of 109, just south of the I-40. You look off to the east, you see all those television towers. There's a bunch of TV station towers and microwave towers. That's that high ridge up there, and that's where that is. That's actually the closest repeater to Providence. It's just weird that he's not, that he's having trouble getting into it. But in the past, right in front of the shopping mall there, it's always been a problem, the 105.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. When you're down in that hole, because that's what it is, the hole.
Yeah, that's the Wilson Club, the club repeater on the 147. The UHF repeater's on the same tower, but that belongs to Weema.
Yeah, I got you. Anyway, very good. That was Blair, by the way, and he's over by Providence. That's let's see if I got that right. I got to read it probably. Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Whiskey. Here permanently, just moved here recently, and glad to have him here. And he's working. Actually, he's got an antenna sitting inside his office here instead of up in the attic. So we don't want to. I'm glad he turned the power down. We'd have to go over and put a fork in it. Anyway, anybody else before we move on to 28415? Last chance. Second to last chance. No, that's it. Okay, I'm moving over to 28415. I'll catch everybody over there. And right after that, we're moving over to 223415. So if you got it, use it. All right, catch you in a minute. K4PEW. Appreciate everybody checking in. We had 24 check-ins tonight. K4PEW.
One.
This is Kilo 4 Pop Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio here on 10 meters. Probably only running about 50 watts. So let's see if that's going to work out. Looking for check-ins from the west. Please come now.
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donald.
Very good, Jack. What's your net number, man?
I've got you at an S8.
Yeah, very good. That's what I just wanted to. It's so funny how other nets get involved in all it.
I know. I think it's in my grid square.
Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, I was doing like 45 watts a second ago, so I just wanted to make it bump it back up to 90 and go from there. Anyway, that was Jack, Kilo Go 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is west? Over to the south. Very good. You got a good signal on you tonight there, Scott. That's Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Who else is south or east? Anybody south or east, or am I missing somebody?
KM4YRF.
All right, I got two, and I got Michael KM4YRF and Kilo Echo 4 Kilo Echo Zulu, Delta Echo Zulu. Excuse me, Delta Echo Zulu. Okay, so it's Michael in Mount Juliet, KM4YRF, and Earl in Noreen, east of the Cedars 11 and Park, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Delta or Delta Echo Zulu. I'll get that right in a minute. You think I get it right after all these years? Who else is south or east? Southeast or north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
All right, sounds good. You say you hear anybody okay tonight there, Frank?
Yeah, for the first time I am.
Oh, very good. We just need more participants. That was Frank, a Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo in northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is any place anywhere? Is anybody hearing anything I can't hear?
Not a peak.
I swear sometimes I can hear people in the background, but you know, it's like in a dreamy way, you know. Wow, not very many tonight. Only had 6 check-ins. One more chance. Anybody out there, please come down. No, guess not. We had 6. Going to close out this portion of the net, and I'm going to close down the YouTube and go over to 223-415. We'll catch you there, K4P then.